Today in the crypto space, we see the market making a nice move to the upside. Bitcoin up approximately 6.5%, Ethereum up approximately 5%, and the rest of the crypto space, these altcoins are deep in the green, making nice bounces to the upside. But the question is, are we going to continue even higher? In today's video, I want to talk about the general market. I want to use Bitcoin as a leading indicator, but more importantly, I want to talk about one altcoin, one project that many people are talking about, and that project is called Aptos. So you know what? Let's talk about the news. Let's analyze the charts and let's strategize to capitalize. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins, looking for opportunity. Whether we go up or down, bearish or bullish, it doesn't matter. All we want to do is stay one step ahead of the market so that we can capitalize on any of the volatility. And if you appreciate the strategy, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, including the live streams at 8 p.m. EST, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you have any projects you want me to cover here on the channel, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on the socials. The links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's see what's going on with the general market. We do see a bit of strength here. Look at the market cap. Nice bounce to the upside, almost like a V recovery, straight up approximately 4%. Doing great. Now, we also see that trading volume is holding steady, and I'm very curious to see if we're going to get a little bit more volume. Now, we are, leading into the weekend, and what happens is the volume does definitely come down during the weekend. The order books get very thin. The market's not really the ideal time to be trading and so on, but we do get pumps during the weekend. Now, if that's the case, that we do get some pumps, guys, make sure that you take a bit of profit, that you exercise a lot of that risk management, because you never know what could happen throughout the weekend. But so far, so good. We're doing great here. Bitcoin getting a nice bounce, Ethereum nice bounce to the upside, as you can see. Now, of course, a lot of us are into the altcoin market, so let's see what's going on here. We do see Sol getting a nice bounce, 6.3%, Dogecoin another 6%, and we see a lot of good projects. Definitely, I see an overall so far we're looking at about 4 or 5% on average. Sui is moving 13.7% to the upside. Guys, if you've been following me here on the channel and on the Discord, I've been scaling into a few meme coins on the Sui narrative. Now, of course, Sui as a project, as a network, as a narrative, has a lot of room to grow as far as its ecosystem, and I definitely want to get involved in there. Of course, you buy a little bit of Sui, you buy a little bit of Cetus, you buy a little bit of meme coin projects going on in there, and you have a well-balanced portfolio. You need a little bit of meme coin happening in there. So go check out some of those meme coins if that's what you're interested in, and if not, at least get yourself involved in the ecosystem if you're interested in Sui. We have Near Protocol getting a bit of a bounce, not bad, 5% to the upside. And as we keep on scrolling down, we got a few others doing pretty good. Now, I am focusing on Aptos today. First of all, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin just to see what's happening there, because really it is a great leading indicator to see if we're getting market participation into the market. We know that for the most part, Bitcoin, showing strength gives us an idea that, there's going to be a bit of a rotation happening into the altcoin market. We have been trying to, keep an eye on Ethereum to make sure that ETH, wakes up as well. That would be a great indication of an altcoin season. But at the end of the day, guys, we have to be very, aware that without Ethereum, we have a lot of work to do. Without Ethereum, we need a lot of these larger caps to wake up to compensate. But we are also keeping an eye on ETH, because if it does wake up, it is a great indication that we're ready to run. But Aptos in general should be doing good, right? And I think that what we're waiting for is some people to rotate maybe a little bit out of Sui and get into Aptos, because Aptos and even some other new layer ones haven't been really getting that much traction in comparison to Sui. So maybe a bit of rotation into some other projects might happen very, very soon. So we'll take a look at the Aptos chart in a second. Optimism doing great, up 12.5%. We have Render doing good, 8%, and you can see right now these altcoins are on fire. Say is doing good, and we've been talking about the exchange token concept. We're seeing BitGet doing good, of course. And when we scroll down, you can see that there are a lot of other exchange tokens. A KuCoin token doing great, and we have the Gate token somewhere right around here hanging around, and the BitGet token is, and all of these tokens, these exchange tokens, them doing well is a good indication that there's market participation getting involved, right? So I'm using them as a leading indicator as well. It's totally fine to see some of these projects do well and use them as an indication of what's yet to come, right? Arweave, I feel like it's definitely still undervalued. I'm curious to see what Arweave has in store, given their tech. Mantra, unfortunately, is not giving me an opportunity to buy in. I'm not buying these tops. If it does come down, I'm interested. If not, I'll move on and find something else. Pith, in my book, is still waking up. It's still potentially undervalued. I would be considering a position into that. Jupiter waking up, and many other altcoins are definitely doing well at the current moment, guys. Is this the final bounce? Are we going to start moving, guys? Be prepared. Stay neutral. And obviously, DCA nice and slowly. Neutral doesn't mean that you're going to totally look the other way. Being neutral means it doesn't matter what happens. We're ready. We're buying dips. We're accumulating. We're taking a bit of profit. We're basically navigating the market as it comes. That's a very neutral stance. Now, as soon as you start going heavy and going all in, that's no longer neutral. That's full on bull mode. And the question is, should we be getting full on bull mode? All right, guys, I know you're here to talk about charts as well, so let's get right into it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin to see what Bitcoin is actually telling us. We can see that Bitcoin in the last little while has definitely been going sideways. We can see that, and this level has brought us so much emotional turbulence up and down, and whipsaw price action, getting a lot of people wrecked. Longs and shorts are getting wrecked into this level, and of course, this is one of the reasons why I stay neutral during these situations. However, I still have a bullish bias. Let's look at this in a little bit more detail. Now, as per usual, guys, big picture again, let's take a look at what's happening here. Bitcoin is still in a nice big huge cup and handle, and so is the total market cap. Of course, tonight at 8 p.m. EST, I'm going live and we'll take a look at all of these other metrics, and it's a great time and place for you guys to make any requests that you may have on any projects. I'll definitely pull out some charts. We'll see some setups, because we want to stay one step ahead here. But as Bitcoin evolves and within this structure, it's a descending broadening wedge, we have to keep in mind that it has a bullish bias. Okay, so we did get many impulses to the upside. We are in a retractive type of structure, and we're looking for another continuation. Now, as we kind of battle around this area, you can see that even myself, when we broke below, I was a little bit, okay, now is the time to get bearish. Okay, fine, we're going to get bearish. Now we're back above. Now I'm bullish again. I feel like I have to have split personalities here. Either I go bearish and bullish as we keep on bouncing around here, and you can understand why, right? We got lots of areas of interest here. We got the 200 daily EMA. We got a decent level of horizontal support that we got bounces off of. We got volume point of controls that are right into this level, and this is what I mean here, guys. At the current moment, it's a bit tough to have a very strong conviction in any direction. So it's okay to be neutral. But at this current moment, we see that the price got a nice bounce off of that 200 daily EMA. We are above it. We are breaking above all kinds of previous horizontal supports that we could use as support once again, even for a backtest in spring. At this current moment, guys, it looks super bullish. Now, what I don't like about what's happening right now, there's no volume into this move. Very little volume. And as we lead into the weekend, of course, we're going to have less volume, and which means that the markets during the weekend could be a little bit uncertain. Okay, so be very careful with that. And again, momentum and all of that, there's not really anything happening as we're going sideways. You can see we're still in the chop zone. We're still kind of diverging. We see the trend oscillator also diverging still. No invalidations as of yet. And you can see the volatility is waiting for a pop to the upside. And if the volatility line, which is the orange line, continues moving to the upside alongside the momentum getting finally overbought, guys, we're going to have a massive expansion. So right now is the time to consider taking risks on long positions. As long as they're at great risk to reward ratio opportunities, this is the time to start looking for long positions. All right, guys, so let's take a look at what's going on with Aptos. That's one of the projects that I have on my watch list that I wouldn't mind scaling in I do have a small position, but nothing, that I'm really, really proud of. I want some more. And, the last time I got in was right around this level. And you can see that I'm not that far off, right? Not that far off. I did put a blind eye into Aptos right around here, which I shouldn't have. I should have bought more. But guess what? I bought Sui, I bought Phantom, I bought other projects right when we were right around these zones. And at this current moment, we do see that we see Aptos, expanding and contracting at the same time. On shorter time frames, we're definitely getting, some sort of consolidation. Now, what I'm more concerned about is obviously what's happening here in this pivot point structure. You can't deny it's a beautiful structure. It does look like an inverse head and shoulder type of structure. Let me highlight this so that we can, paint a bit of a picture here. We also have so many horizontal lines that I kind of want to get rid of bit by bit. We got to tidy up here because really this is old stuff, and I haven't been covering Aptos for a good while, so it's due for a bit of housekeeping here on this chart. So that's that. We'll keep this in here because there's a bit of a volume gap that we could worry about a little bit, but not too concerning. If we look at some of the structure that we're building here, you can see that we can classify this as an inverse head and shoulder. One here, and you can see that we got one head here and a bit of a shoulder right here into this bottom, which is great. We broke through the neckline very nicely, so we're confirming that TA is being respected, and now we back tested and sprung, and we're above the 200 daily. Guys, we can't be more bullish right now. We can't be. This is actually good. And we are very close to the breakout zone, not too far away. The last spot to get in with the ultimate confirmation was at $7.55. Right now, I get it. We're at about $8.55, but we're still very healthy because big picture, guys, the big picture breakout literally is right here, $10.45. If we break above 10.45, Aptos is going to start flying to all-time highs and potentially getting into a price discovery. Okay, so this is something that we have to realize, is that we have very little volume right into this level, which represents an opportunity. A volume gap is an opportunity. So what I'm going to do is going to reuse some of these blocks because, this is old TA from previous price action, and we'll kind of do one of these and we'll put this right into the volume gap and make us clear that that's the case. Now, how much validity are we going to put into this dip? And me personally, I'm not putting much. I think that this bottom has potentially caused a lot of people to capitulate if they didn't take profit. So we have profit takers, some people that capitulated, and some people that maybe even took profit on the way up just to kind of like get out of their position. So I would say that a lot of the momentum and a lot of the market participation in this area kind of got scrubbed out. So I definitely want to focus mostly on what happened here, especially on this leg down, because on this leg down, there were people buying dips and accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. And those are emotional individuals. And also on this rise up, there are individuals that didn't take profit on the top. And what they did is they're holding right now some major red bags, obviously very emotional, very salty about their current scenario. So we got a lot of emotions on the way up. So this is why it's important that we emphasize the importance of this horizontal level right here, point of control, all this volume in here. And this is why potentially we're getting a bit of resistance. What I do appreciate is, again, above the 200 daily, good volume into this move to the upside, which is bullish as a confirmation, and currently getting another little back test here. What I'm most concerned about also is getting a bearish divergence into here at resistance, which we are clearly at resistance, very clear. So if we do get a bit of a dip, which we're kind of doing, and we're confirming this back test on the previous highs, it's probably enough to suggest, look, we might want to start scaling into a position. Let's look at some of these oscillators real quick. You can see that we left the oversold state right around here, and we started tracking to overbought. Now, the bigger question is that did we get, enough overbought? Are we going to go more overbought? Is the expansion done? This green expansion, look at the last expansion. This was a great bullish expansion. This one, not so much. And you can see great bearish expansions, right? Look at these, look at these, look at these, and then we get smaller. Now, is this the beginning of some green bullish expansion? We got one. Do we come down and do we get momentum fully reset? Or are we going to maintain this trend to the upside? You can see clearly the momentum is trending to the upside. And do we get another impulsive move to get severely overbought above the 70 and see a massive expansion to the upside after the volatility line? Let me highlight the volatility line for you guys, which is the orange line. You can see that it's already oversold as it has been in the past down here. Let me just kind of make this very visual. You can see that down here, every time we get down here, these are decent zones to start going into long positions, long positions, long positions. And this is where you're finally in that zone where if we get severely overbought, right? Where that's usually where we get the massive expansion, is above the 70 mark on the momentum, and the volatility line starts to move to the upside. This is the best time to start going to long positions. And now we do have very clear levels in validation, which is the 200 daily EMA. If we break below, not a good look. If we start breaking below this horizontal support based on previous tops, not a good look either. Okay, so we have an idea of where we need to protect ourselves, but the ultimate level is all the way down here, because if we break down lower than these lows, we're making lower lows, guys, on this big picture structure, right? Dip, consolidation, dip, right? Or is it dip, pivot point structure, reversal? Which right now, this is what this looks like. To be honest, it looks like a reversal pattern, and you can see that very, very clearly with that inverse head and shoulder. So we kind of see momentum in our favor. We see price action structure. Obviously, price structure is so important, and it is in our favor, trending to the upside right now. And we see the trend oscillator right now maybe getting a bit of negativity with this EMA cross, but it fought long and hard to get into the bullish control zone. As you can see, the EMA slowly started to get into the bullish control zone, which is the top half of the oscillator. You can see that we broke above. Now you can also see that these expansions are slowly getting bigger, and these expansions are slowly getting smaller, and we're trending to the upside, guys. So what does that tell you? That the trend eventually is going to pop to the upside, because this is divergent. This, at this level, we were coming down price action wise, and momentum is slowly shifting to the upside. We are eventually going to get some follow through. Okay, guys, so just understand the trend right now is completely diverging. The momentum is looking for overbought conditions. We could get a full reset on momentum and then load up when we see the purple line down here and go up for another move to the upside. Okay, so just keep in mind, the worst case scenario is that we come down and test these bottoms once again and make a higher low, maybe right around $6.25, but that's where you want to really start scaling in some big positions. But again, guys, what about if this just becomes some sort of structure, bull flag structure, or something that suggests that we're going to continue to the upside? You put a stop loss in, move to the upside, and bull flag we go, right? And this is obviously contingent on the fact that Bitcoin is going to continue showing a strength, and maybe even Ethereum start leading the way for the altcoin season, because traditionally speaking, it's Ethereum that really gives us that signal to say, hey, people are ready to start getting into more speculative assets in the crypto space, and Ethereum is usually that gateway asset. Okay, so just keep in mind, right now we're doing good with regards to Aptos, we're doing good with regards to the market today, and Bitcoin ultimately is reclaiming a lot of the price action that could keep us bullish over the weekend and for the weeks to come. All right, guys, if I've offered you any value here in this video, do the channel a massive favor, slap the like button. It does really help out with the algorithm. If you want to follow me on the socials, the links are in the description below. Feel free to join the Discord, guys. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and see you tonight, 8 p.m. EST, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and don't forget, buy the dip.